Welcome to the Third Wind channel. Today we're going to be looking at 5 questions that arose after the iCarly trailer that came out yesterday. But before I continue with this video, let me just say that we did make a trailer breakdown yesterday, and if you haven't seen it already, I'd recommend watching that first. But without further ado, let's get into our question number 1, which is what's going on with Carly and Freddie? In the trailer, it seems like they're dating other people, but I have a sneaking suspicion maybe towards the end of the 13 episodes we get in season 1, maybe we'll see something come back, because you can't forget that Freddie has like this endless love for Carly, and I want to see where they take that. So I know that's something that's still kind of lingering in my head. They're not gonna let that go. I guarantee you. So it's gonna be really interesting to see. In the trailer, we got to see them with other people, but it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with this. Moving on, our second question is, how are they gonna write off Sam and Gibby? You know, these are two of our 5 original main characters. Where do they go? Well, if I had to make a guess, they're gonna come up with something like, Sam finally got in trouble for something and went to prison, even though they were going with the narrative where she was getting better and better as the show went on. But I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And with Gibby, you could literally write anything. Gibby is so strange that maybe Gibby created his own prosthetic head factory. He was so obsessed with it that maybe that was his passion. He's like, I'm doing this, moving to Ohio. I don't know. But how are they gonna write them off? I don't know. Maybe you guys have some suggestions on how they could write these characters off. I don't know. But that's a question that came to mind for me. A third question that came is, what other characters or cameos could we see? We've seen this as far as I can remember, we've seen, well, Carly, Freddie, Spencer, obviously. We've seen Principal Franklin in the trailer. We've seen Neville, and we've seen Nora, and obviously also Freddie's mom, which was a huge surprise to me. I didn't think that was going to come so easily. But on screen, you can see we have characters we haven't seen, like Chuck, Tebow, which is a really big character in seasons 3 and 4, Lubert, which is a reoccurring character throughout the show. I have a feeling Lubert might come back. Who else? You can think about Miss Briggs, Mr. Howard. That was another one of the angry teachers, and who else? Oh, Guppy maybe. But there are these characters that can come back. They could do kind of a similar thing that other reboots have done with Cobra Kai, for example. Throughout the season, they bring more and more characters back, but who knows? Maybe we'll see some more in season 1. I'm sure they have some surprises in store for us. Moving on to our fourth question. How has Spencer's life changed? I'm thinking there's just so many different routes. I don't know how much information they've actually given about how Spencer's life has changed, but what did he do while Carly was gone? Did he get a job? Did he go to college? Did he finish law school? Did he have many more relationships like he did in the show? Did he get married? All these different things. I'm really curious to see. Did he, how is Carly's and Spencer's relationship with her dad? Like, Carly went off to live with her dad, so we don't know any of this. So it's gonna be really interesting to see exactly how they write this, and how Spencer has changed, because we have seen his apartment, and there are quite a few changes, more to the kind of mature side. So that leads me to believe that maybe he got a job, or he finished university, or something of that sort. But we're just gonna have to see. And before we get into question 5, I'm just gonna do a quick plug here that we have a lot of Nickelodeon content on our channel, including iCarly, including, pretty much any show you can think of. Go check it out, because that's what we do here, and subscribe if you want more. And heading into our final and fifth question, probably one that we won't get the answer to very soon, is, will iCarly have a second season, the reboot that is? And there's just no way of telling. I think it depends on how well their first season goes, and then they'll tell us if there's a reboot or not. A second season or not, because it's usually based on ratings. But it might just be how many people buy Paramount Plus, because that's a fairly new streaming platform. So I'm excited to see. I hope there's a second season, because the first season looks really good. But those are the 5 questions I have in my head. I want to know what other questions you guys have in the comments, because I'm sure you guys can come up with some really good questions. I'll reply to the ones I can kind of think of, like what the answers might be. But either way, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you like this kind of Nickelodeon content. I'm going to be making episode reviews for these 13 episodes that come out on June 17th. So yeah, I'm excited for that. And other than that, this was a bit of a short video, but I just wanted to, I wanted to see what you guys think about these questions, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for watching.